Hi everyone, Tom Moffett here. Welcome to BMGT 2216 Business Ethics. In this course, we're going to study contemporary ethical issues in business. We learn some of the strategies that you can use to make ethical decisions. We also talk about the laws that shape those ethical decisions and behaviors of the different business organizations as well as their employees. Critical thinking is an important part of the course and how we can apply ethical principles in the workplace. This course has a heavy writing component. You're expected to use correct grammar and apply MLA format to all the writing assignments. The syllabus has more detail about in-text citations as well as the works cited page. I make frequent announcements throughout the week, so I encourage you to check announcements in Blackboard regularly, at least 3 to 4 times per week. You'll want to take the time to explore each of the menu items. In the left column over here, this is called the navigation bar, especially if this is your first online class. So we want to pay special attention to the course information tab, the Our Classroom tab, and the Interaction tab. So let's take a look at these three for just a minute. When you open up the Course Information tab, you'll see a syllabus folder. When you open the syllabus folder, you'll see a couple of things that are pretty important to you. One will be the syllabus. It's a printable syllabus, so you can print that off if you'd like. And there's also a units of instruction file. It's a PDF file. So when you open that up, it's also the course schedule. You can see on the left that the course schedule is set up by weeks, 1 through 16 for the semester. In the second column here, units of instruction. The course is designed using units of instruction. There's 5 of those, and you can see, for example, Learning Unit 1 we cover during the first 3 weeks of the class. And then all the way to the right, you'll see, quit moving around on me here, assessments and due dates. For example, here, complete Chapter 1 and 2, the LearnSmart modules by this date, and the discussion board activity. Then in week 2, you have a discussion board activity. Week 3, we actually start the business ethics project, and I'll have more to say about that as we get a little bit closer to it. So let's minimize that for just a second. I want to go back over here now to the Our Classrooms tab. In here you'll see the learning units on the first tab, and you open the learning units folder. Here is Learning Unit 1. Open the Learning Unit 1 folder. It will have all the assignments for Learning Unit 1. You start by, here's the learning outcomes that we're hoping to achieve, the chapters to read. There's some videos that you'll want to look at. Some of these you'll have to review in order to complete the assignments. There's critical thinking. And each of the learning units is structured essentially the same way. So let's go back to the learning units area. Let's look at Learning Unit 2, which will start in the 4th week. Learning Unit 2, open that, and again, structured essentially the same way. Okay, now let's take a look at, go back to Our Classroom. There's another area here, Connect LearnSmart assignments. Open that folder. You'll see that each of the chapters we cover has a LearnSmart component. So you want to start that right away, get registered for LearnSmart. And the easiest way to do that is when you purchase the material for the course, you should have gotten a registration code. So when you open up Chapter 1, LearnSmart, click Launch. You will see here is where you enter your access code. Or if you didn't get an access code yet, you didn't purchase one, then you can purchase one using these payment types. There's a courtesy access feature also, and I think you can get about 10 days of actually free access before you have to purchase your access code. You only have to do this once, and so once you've registered your access code, anytime you go to any of these other areas, these LearnSmart areas, it won't ask you again. Okay, let's go back over here to our classroom. This area here is where you actually submit the business ethics project assignments as we work through those, and there's 5 of those. And then there's some weekly lecture notes in here that you can review as well. The next area down here, the interaction tab, also called the discussion board. And you see on the left there's activities for each week, 1 through 14. So when you open up week 1 activities, click on the link, and it has some instructions in here for you how to complete the assignments that are in the week 1 activity. Go back to the discussion board. If you look at week 2 activities, and then there's some different assignments for you to complete in here. And these will be entered right into the discussion board area, and you'll get feedback on those as well. The other area I wanted to talk about down here is my grades. Each time that you submit an assignment, you'll see the feedback will be posted in here. So when you go into my grades and you want to look at your points, like for example, Chapter 1, Why Study Ethics, 20 points possible. After it's been graded, you'll see the points applied, and there will be a link in here where you can open that link and view any feedback that you might have had for that assignment. Here's week 1 activity, the discussion, 15 points. It's the same thing there. You'll see all that feedback as you open each of these areas. Here's the business ethics project, part 1 worth 50 points, and you'll get the feedback in this area here. Well, I look forward to meeting all of you this week. If you have any questions about the class, I have an area in here called Student Commons in the discussion board or in the interaction button. If you have a question about an assignment or a class procedure, please post it in the Student Commons forum so that other members of the class can benefit from your questions as well. So if you do have any questions, please let me know.